I'll write it on the screen in everybody's language. I'm begging you, I'm begging you in everybody's language. Today's video is a story time. You see the way I'm comfortable. I made sure that I was really comfortable so I can download this story for you people. If you've not been watching my videos to the end, guys, please. Do you want me to kneel down? Maybe I'll do a separate video kneeling down, then I'll attach it to this one. As it is sweet me for belly, make it a sweet one too. So please watch it to the end and leave me comments. Thank you so much. Hey my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for all of the love I've been getting on my two previous videos. Thank you so much, guys. Honestly, it keeps me motivated to continue shooting. Since I started posting, we've gotten a good amount of new subscribers, and you guys are welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please get comfortable. You're not a member of this family, and we're glad to have you. And to my old and returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. You mean the world to me. So I remember mentioning in the video I just posted that I was saying that I was going to give you guys a story time. And I just thought about it. Why wait for a special time? This is a special time. So let's talk about it. Let's get into all the tea. I've been home for like 2 hours from work, and I thought to settle in, take my bath, do my skincare and all of that, and then tell you guys the story. So I remember mentioning that I was clueless. Guys, I was really clueless when I decided to start business. I did not know anything about running a business. I just left my old job 6 months before, and I spent that 6 months praying and thinking. I knew I wanted to start something for myself, but I did not know what. So after praying and everything, I said, okay, this is what I wanted to do, but I was still clueless. So I started the business, and the first month I did all of guys, I did all the publicity, did everything I was supposed to do. I printed flyers, did sponsored videos on social media and a few other things. For the first month, I did not have a lot of people coming, which I was prepared for. I was actually prepared for that. I already knew that it was not like going to be all rosy from the beginning. In fact, I prepared my mind for like a year that um it was not going to be rosy for like a year. So I started the business, and mind you, before starting the business, the only thing I knew how to do as pertaining beauty and salon and stuff was just to make hair. I already knew how to make hair very well. I mentioned that I used to make hair when I was growing up. I used to make hair for money actually when I was growing up. So I knew how to make hair very well. But that was the only thing I knew how to do. I did not know how to do nails and the other thing. So, but I knew that for a salon, we needed to have like we needed to provide all of these services. But it was just me for the first month, and then after putting out our videos online and everything, one day I got like a message on one of the socials. It was a young lady. She reached out. She said that, oh, she had seen a video of the place. The place is really beautiful, and that she's a nail tech, and that she works. She does nails, and she has worked in a couple of places, and like she would like to come and see my space and talk to me if I was open to renting out a portion of the salon, like a space for a nail tech. Initially, I did not even understand the concept of renting out space. Apparently, it is something that a lot of salons actually do. They rent out a portion of their shop space to either a nail tech, a lash tech, even a hairstylist, and then they pay them at the end of the month for that space. I did not even know that they do that. But then I knew that we would definitely need a nail tech. But I was just thinking, okay, I might just get somebody, like employ somebody. So when she reached out, I was like, oh, cool. That was, mind you, that was like a few months to starting the business. I think it was in July, and I started the business in June. Yeah. So, oh, I was so excited. I'm like, oh, finally, like is seeing us. Somebody to want to live where they are, to come to my space. She has been seeing me, and I was really excited for that. And I was so happy. I'm not going to even lie. I was so happy that I was going to have somebody else with me, in this space. Gave her the address, and she came. Boom. The moment she walked into the place, she was excited. She was just telling me how, oh, my space is nice, my space is big compared to the other places that she has, rented spaces. Very conducive. She likes the area. She likes the setup of the place. She was really happy. She was really happy. She told me a lot. We spoke, and then I sat with her, and then we spoke about payment. And I was truthful with her. I told her I'm a young lady and I'm just starting this business. And to be very honest, I have no background knowledge on how to run like a salon or how this space sharing thing works. But I'm open to, since you have the knowledge, I'm open to whatever like works. She told me, okay, this is what she pays, where she's coming from. I don't know if I should call like the amount. I don't know if I should tell you guys the specific amount. Should I? I think I would just say the amount since I'm already saying the story. So she told me that where she was working previously, she usually pay 4,000 naira per month for this space. But she also mentioned that the setup of the place was not as good as mine, and there were a lot of people in the place. In fact, you could keep your stuff, come back the next day, and it was stolen. She actually did mention that, and then she also mentioned that um, when she left that place to go to somewhere else, which was like a more the setup of the place and the area of the place was a lot more better than the other place. She paid higher than that. I don't think she told me the amount. Okay, I think she said it was 10,000 naira. But the reason why she was leaving that place now to come to mine was because there was not a lot of customers. One, two, the transportation she had to spend daily was a lot. She said 3,000 naira per day. And then the lady was increasing the monthly pay for to 15,000 naira. So she was leaving that place to come to mine. After she had said all of this, I just asked her, how much are you comfortable paying for this space for now? I also added that we did not have a lot of customers because we were starting, but if we join our hands together, I'm sure that within the next month, business will start because already I was getting customers coming, not like I was not getting. And then again, from the way she told her story, I honestly thought that she did not have customers of her own. Since she's a nail tech and she has worked in a number of places and her work was good, she's supposed to have customers. But with the way she delivered her story, I thought that she did not have any customer. Like she was just starting out like myself, even though she had mentioned to me that she had been doing this for the past 4 years. So I asked her, what amount are you comfortable paying for since we're starting off for the space? We can always review it later on after we've like started making good amount of money. But for now, how much are you comfortable paying? And she told me she was comfortable paying 5,000 naira for the space per month. And I said, okay, no problem. Honestly, I could have given her the space for free because I was just happy that somebody else was coming and therefore people will be coming in and out of the place. Because I also had people that were asking, do you have a nail tech? Do you have a nail tech? And all of that. I was sincerely just happy to have somebody else in the space with me. So after we discussed that day, she was so happy. She started work the next day. That she was just going to bring her things and then she was going to start work. And I'm like, okay, okay. So the next day she came, she brought her things. She even came with a friend. The friend helped her to like set up her space and all of that. And all the while they were just working and all of that, they just kept repeating, this is too good to be true, this is too good to be true. Like they even said it to me, but we were just laughing about it. Like I was in my mind, I'm like, I could have even just given this piece out of it, to be honest. I was just so excited, and they were excited as well, so we were just very happy. She came into the space. I was surprised, two customers came, like two of her people came. I think I mentioned at the end of work that day that just now that you started work, people don't already they find you. You know that kind of thing. We laughed about it and all. Business was going on very fine, guys. She actually has a lot of customers because after then, I think there was no day that she was not working. I was surprised. I was happy. I was actually surprised, but I was happy. So we started working. She started work first of August, mind you. We started working, and then I worked for a few months. We were very fine because one thing I'd already told myself was that whenever I have the opportunity to start my own business, whatever kind it was going to be, I wanted to be that female boss that was like a girl's girl. I wanted to be that female boss or female business owner that was not like the others that I had worked with. I'd worked with a number of women and it was crazy. I'd even had this conversation with a few of my friends. I'm like, it's always different when you work with a male boss and when you work with a female boss. I'd always known that I wanted to be a different female boss from all the others that I'd worked with. I wanted my work environment to be playful, jovial, and like very chill. Later on, I actually came to realize that maybe it was my fault everything happened the way it happened because maybe I was too chill. Maybe everybody was too comfortable. I don't know. I don't know. Because very quickly everything started to change. She started to give attitude. She started to act a certain way. There are times when she would actually come into the shop and not greet, like not say a word. There are times when she would just display some kind of attitude, and I would just wonder like what's going on? What actually is going on? So it kept happening, like it kept happening for over a period of time, and then I sat with myself and I got out my books and I actually checked, and I actually found out that I was not making profit from this our business. On a good day, I could spend up to 8,000, 10,000 naira for fuel alone that we both use. The days when um she would have customers, because she also did pedicure, mind you. Aside the nails, she also did pedicure, which was her own business. When a customer comes to do pedicure, they turn on the gen and it's my fuel. When it's late at night and she's working, they turn on the gen and it's my fuel. I did not have a problem with it because it's my business place, of course. I wanted it to be comfortable for everybody. But then I buy the fuel every single time. And then I sat down and I did the calculations and it was not adding up. I have customers, she has customers as well, but I paid for every single thing. I fix the tap when it's bad, I buy water when the tap is not running, I pay for the bin when they come to pack the bin. All these little things that she could like easily have supported with, I paid for every single thing. And she had more customers than I did. If we're being very honest, she had a lot more customers than I did. So I spoke to her and I said, I'm thinking of, not even I'm thinking, I want us to review this price, just like I told you from the beginning. Um, I want it to be 15K now because of all these things that I have to sort out in the shop. And then she was angry, guys. She was so angry. I think she was going to fight me. She was so angry. She said a lot of things. I cannot even remember now because it's been a long time. But for the sake of this video, I'm trying to rack my brain and like, she was so angry. Like, for what? That was not the agreement that we had. Am I supposed to be paying your shop rent for you? Yes, this was her exact words. Am I supposed to pay your shop rent for you? Am I supposed to do this? No, I cannot pay that amount. No, how much am I making that I'm going to pay that amount? And a lot of things. And I was so shocked. Honestly, I knew that having to increase the price for the space, I was going to get like, she was going to like have like an objection, but not like put up a fight. She was literally fighting me. She was at that point I already knew that okay, something is wrong because she said a lot of things. She finally said she was going to pay 10, and I was like, fine, 10 is okay, no problem. Guys, if I thought that she was putting up attitude before, the attitude now was terrible. Like, it was as though we were fighting in the same space. It was as though we were fighting. And I cannot work in that kind of an environment. When you come to my business place, you would understand what I'm saying. We are always gisting. We're always in each other's face. We're always in each other's business. We, myself, my staff, we're always, everybody knows everybody's business because we're always sharing it in the shop with my customers. Like, it's, that's the kind of vibe that we have in the salon. So now, having to now come to the shop every morning, and then she's keeping a straight face, her customers are keeping a straight face, they're speaking to themselves, and then there's like a demarcation. Yes, in the business place, I was worried. I was not comfortable at all. But I didn't want to like have issues because we were already getting close to like the peak of the business. We're getting close to December. So I was trying to look away from everything. She would come to the shop most times before me, leave the place dirty. You know how I don't you know how a nail tech's workspace is? It's always messy. The nails, the cuticle, the cotton wool, and all. She would come to the shop before. Most times I leave the shop. She has her own key, so I leave the shop before her. And then we come back in the morning and the place is still dirty. I like my business. I like my space clean. Most times if I come to the shop in the morning, even after um they've cleaned, I like to still like touch a few things. So when I come to the shop in the morning and they've not mopped or she has not done anything, I just carry my mop. I mop the shop, carry the duster, dust everywhere. Like, I don't even used to think about it. Wash the toilet. We use it together. We use it together. In fact, her customers use it even more than mine. But I'll just clean it, clean the chairs, clean the everything. We kept on working like that. Mind you, she also had students. I don't know if I mentioned she had students. So then she started recording me. Like, she would drop her phone and then step out as though she forgot it, or I don't know if she was recording my conversations with my customers, with my friends, people that come to see me. Like, she started recording me, and I found the phone one day. She stepped out with her student, then I found her phone that had been recording. Then I picked it up, and I was like, so when she came back, I'm like, what's going on? Actually approached, like, what's going on, what's happening? And she was trying to deny it. No, I'm not recording, I forgot the phone. And she found out that I'd actually seen it. She was not like, oh, she's sorry, no, no, that's not what she meant, da, 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 and all of that. I let it go. Guys, I actually did let it go. But it seemed it made her even more angry. Like, she was now very, very, she had something against me. And I did not know all of this at the time until much later. So she was still recording me. I did not even say at this point I did not even mind. She was still recording me, and we got to December. We worked throughout December. Oh, she really worked in December. I worked, but she worked so much. I was feeling for her. Sometimes she would have 10, 12 customers a day. She's having to sit in one place. She did not eat. She would not eat, and all of that. She did. She really worked. I was feeling for her honestly. I think one time I bought food and then I had to give her from it because she had not eaten. There was one other time she was sick. Yes, she was sick. Came to the shop and she was sick and she was throwing up. I had to go everywhere, get drugs. It was still not working until I had to call my personal doctor, the one that comes to the house to give like administer injections and stuff. And he had to come and administer like drip at the shop for her, all of that. So December we worked so much. She especially I was feeling for her. And then I told her, okay, now since we've worked this hard to December, I'm thinking we should take like a week off in January, lock up the space. So everybody goes home, like everybody rests for that 1 week. Did not know that she had a problem with that. God sees my heart. It was coming from a place of love, from a place of concern. Because I'm just thinking, if you've worked this hard, why we should all rest. Me, I did not work as much as she did, but I knew I needed to rest. She started posting some stuff on her status, her WhatsApp status about jealousy and bitterness. And that 1 week, I did not come to the shop, but she was coming. I did not even know. It was already clear that we were both not um, happy with each other in January. One day I came to the shop and the shop was already open. Like you could tell that somebody had been in the shop. Because she was the only person that had extra keys. Somebody had been to the shop earlier and left. So I just sat, I did what I had to do, and then I saw her come into this the complex, the plaza where the shop is with a police officer. I was just watching from inside the shop. I was wondering what's happening with this lady and police. But I was just watching. She stood outside the shop with the police officer, and then she was speaking to the owner of the plaza, my landlord. They spoke for some time, and then she left with the police officer. My neighbor next door came into the shop and was asking me, "What's happening? Why is there police coming?" And I'm like, I don't have any issue with police officers. So I think my girl has an issue, but she did not tell me anything. Maybe when she comes back, she might tell me what happened. I waited, and when she came back, guys, she plugged in her AirPods throughout that day till she left the shop in the evening. So in the evening before I closed for the day, one of my neighbors came and he was telling me what had happened. She had paid for a shop in the plaza to a wrong person, and the person had left the plaza with her money, and I was so shocked. First of all, I'm like, she was paying for a shop in the same plaza as me. Why didn't she just ask me, like, how I went about it, who I paid to, basic things? The neighbor was telling me that she actually asked them that who is she supposed to pay to, and they were like, why not ask Auntie T, since people are in the same shop? And she was like, oh no, she doesn't want me to know that it's her brother that wants to take the shop, so he doesn't want people to know yet. So she had paid for a shop to a wrong person, and the person had run away with her money. That was why she was bringing police officers. And the landlord of the plaza, very very tough man. He had told her that there's no way he's going to release the shop to her until she pays again. At that point, I'm like, I'm in the same shop as you, and then something like this is happening. I don't even know. That means my keys are not, my shop is not safe with you. That was the thoughts that came to mind. Like, my shop is not safe with you. So the next day when she came to the business place. I told her I would like to have a conversation with you later before you go. She didn't even respond. So I was very busy that day. It was evening time and she was leaving. And then I met her. I took her outside the shop because the shop was packed that day. I took her outside the shop. I'm like, I told you I was going to have a conversation with you. She was like, see me here now. What do you want to talk? I'm like, I think we've come to the end of our stay. There's been a good. It was a good time, and then we had our good times, and then we had our bad times. And I think now is a good enough time for us to like part ways amicably. I told her to hand over my keys, and then I'll give her a few days to like sort herself and then come and move her things. Guys, she was asking me. First of all, she said why. I said I don't owe you any explanation. Just give me my keys because I knew I did not want her to leave with my keys that day. I was like, just give me my keys. I give you a few days, you would, sort yourself and all of that. And then she was trying to like create a scene outside. Mind you, my shop was full. I did not want anybody to hear our voice at all. She finally gave me the keys and then she walked outside. She came with two of her friends to work that day. And then I think she went to meet them after I'd collected the keys. She went to meet them. And then those ones now came back with her to fight. Guys, anybody that knows me knows that I don't like back and forth. I don't like talking a lot. I don't like explanations. Those girls were ready to fight. They said a lot of things. How I am evil, how I claim, how I am jealous of her, how she's helping my business. She said a lot of things. I cannot even remember. I could not even argue with them because first of all, these things were coming as a shock. I was so shocked to be hearing all of these things. How if not for her customers, I will not have any customer. If not for her, I will not, the business is dead. Everybody was starting to gather. She was making a scene. She wanted to even pack her things that no, I think okay, since they were making a scene, I said, okay, since you want to fight, you would have to pack your things right now. So my girls were bringing out her things and they brought it outside and she was sick talking and she was fighting and she was saying things, even her friends, oh, they had a lot to say. It just made me realize that she had been taking saying a lot of things to them. They had a lot of things to say, so much to say. They spoke and spoke and spoke and fought, and for at this point all of her things, because she did not even come with a lot of things, but all of her things were already outside of the shop. And I told her, please, I you can speak for all you want, but not in front of my business, please, because I had customers. My neighbors were just coming in. I was just telling me, there's no need for you to exchange words with her. I said, I don't even have any words to exchange with her. I did not even know what to say. She then went. She left her things in front of the shop with her friends. And then she went to the police station to bring police. When I saw that she had gone to bring police, I made a call and called a police friend. I think his rank was higher than that of the police officer she went to bring. So the moment he came, her police officer was not saying yes sir to him, to the police officer that I called, yes sir to him, and then he told them to take their things out of the shop and not take a scene. So they took it to somewhere else, but they were still fighting but from afar. That scene was even funny after the whole thing. And I was thinking about it later. The thing was funny because the police officer she went to bring was now showing respect to the police officer that I called. So she did not like it at all. I could tell that she was really pissed because of that. I don't know how she took her things and then they left. And then after that, I heard that she found money and paid to the landlord, and then they gave her one shop in one corner of the plaza, and then she stayed there. Guys, the story is still long. The story is still long after it didn't even end there. I made shirts for all of us in the shop at the time, including her. I know how much I spent. I spent good money. I spent over 60,000 naira to make shirts for all of us. It had our names, the name of the business, had all the things that we did. I included what she does on the shirts, and then we all used to wear the shirts. Mind you, remember guys, I told you that we really had like some beautiful days at the beginning of our work relationship. So we all used to wear the shirts to work. I remember that time we were all even saying we would do another set and do like other colors. So we don't just have the one that we had at the time. So when she took the shop upstairs, guys, she took that shirt that I made, she took it and she used it to mop the floor of her shop. And then her shop is upstairs and my shop is downstairs. And then she hung it in a way that you're coming into the plaza, that's the first thing you see. She turned it to the place where my business name was on the shirts with all the dates. So she hung it there. So once you come into the plaza, that's the first thing you see. When I saw it, I just laughed. I went upstairs and I took the shirt. I don't even remember what I did with it after. I think I burnt it. She did a lot of other things. There are some things I gifted her when she was with us. She threw it from her shop and left, and it landed in front. A lot of other things that she did, guys. A lot of things that she did. A lot. But then a lot of things that she did that I cannot even start saying. But I knew that the God that sits in heaven judged the both of us. God knows my heart. God knows her heart. God knows the thought that I had towards her. God also knows the thought that she had towards me. And I just left it. At that time, when anybody comes to ask me what happened, I'm like, I cannot even begin to tell stories because I don't even know what happened. But she had a lot of things to say to people, guys. She had a lot of detailed stories to tell people, which made me understand that she had been bearing grudges against me for a long time. And I just let everything go. I did not even think about her. Like, I'd come to the business place and not even remember. I'm trying not to even act like anything like that happened. It took a while, but I was able to get, oh, the perfect new tech. I was able to get somebody that when I sit down and I think about it, I knew that it was only God that connected us. She's awesome. She's amazing. She's truly talented. Her work is excellent. And I'm so grateful to God that I met her when I did because I really needed her. When I sit back now and I think about all that happened, I'm like, God really knows how to vindicate his own. Because there was this woman that also came into the plaza. She got a shop in the plaza and they were cool. This time she was still with me. They were they were friends. They were friends. The woman makes noodles and all of that. Like she makes food. We all buy from her. So when she left my shop, when the new tech left my shop, she and the woman became best of friends. And then anytime I send my girl, so I go there to ask for food. She started giving me attitude. She started acting. She would either tell me that her gas is finished. Somebody that does business, like this is what she does. She makes food to sell. She would either say her gas is finished, or if I send my girls to her, she would make me come, have to come myself. Or like let's say I want them to make noodles for me and I send my girl to go tell her to make noodles. I would have waited for like 30 minutes and then I will just remember, oh, I asked for noodles. If I send my girl again, another story, then I'll go myself. That's when she will not either say her gas is finished, she cannot cook, or she doesn't have veggies, or her noodles is finished. Just story. She did that a couple of times and I noticed that okay, she just doesn't want to sell to me because that was what it was. She would always put up attitude. If I greet her, she would always look away. Even if a customer from my shop, when somebody from my shop goes to her place to ask them to make food, she would ask which shop. So I knew something was up. Guys, this woman right now is no longer in the same plaza. She left and they fell out. I just sat and I was just saying God. They fell out. They fell out very badly. I don't know what happened because I did not care to ask, but they fell out. This particular woman saw me the other night and she was speaking to me, oh auntie, how business? Now me, mama, mama, I don't want to mention this. Now me, mama, this person. Auntie, I don't deserve food now. Anytime when you need food, where you can they buy. And in my mind, I'm like, when did we become friends? When did you start selling food to me? I was saying to my friend that was with me, I'm like, this woman don't even like she doesn't respond to my greeting. Since when did we become friends that she wants to start selling food to me? I just laughed. I'm like, God sure knows how to vindicate his own. Little things there here and there that I cannot even remember that the nail tech used to do after she left my shop. Sometimes she would stay outside and because most of my customers that come to make hair then they always used to do nails with her, so they knew her. So sometimes she would stay upstairs, watch who comes to my shop, and from there she would be telling them, "This is where I am now. Oh, I'm upstairs. Oh, come to my place." Oh, I had a customer's daughter tell me that as she was walking into the plaza, she was telling her from upstairs, "Go and tell your mommy that I'm now upstairs. That you can be coming upstairs." And I just like this is the same person that said she was helping me. Without her customers, I could not feed. And then she still had eyes for my own customers. All the people that she instigated against me, guys, they all fell out. Every single one of them, they all fell out. One of the friends she brought to come and fight me that day, I asked her to leave the job. They fell out. I did not even care to ask like the details because they were really close friends. They even used to share an apartment together. They fell out terribly. And it just made me realize that God is actually good. It's good to have like a clean heart and a clean conscience. God is good and He would always, always, always vindicate His own. So, guys, I think this story time is lengthy. I will try as much as possible to cut it short so it makes sense because I know that it's lengthy at this point. So, guys, that brings us to the end of this story time. Thank you guys for watching through. Thank you guys for enjoying it because I know you would enjoy it because I enjoyed filming it for you guys.